Coach KJ Kindler and sophomores Lily Pederson and Elle Mueller. KJ, we'll just start with that.
Yeah, I'm looking at this sheet, and I was kind of, as the meet was going on, I was thinking we were really sticking well. And actually, that's something our coaching staff, we knew we had to hit some really good landings. Alabama is a great team. We knew they would bring it, and there was no way we could make any large errors tonight. 5 out of 6 stuck dismounts on bars. 5 out of 6 stuck dismounts on beam. 3 out of 6 stuck vaults, which on vault, that's a remarkable number. If you got 4 out of 6, I'd probably just fall over right there. So 3 out of 6 is really remarkable. And so are these numbers. You know, we always say our goal is 4 out of 6 stuck dismounts. So 5 out of 6 is exceeding, you know, the expectation, and it puts you in a different category. So this 198.2 accountable score for us down the road when we have to drop our high score, we will be able to count the score. That's really fantastic. Just a few things. Elle's in here, 29925, a stuck vault. Which, you know, always brings the big score, and a remarkable floor routine, definitely doing super great. Alternate on beam, you know, competed the last 2 weeks on balance beam, definitely pushing the limits on that. And Lily had a rough start. We pulled her on vault. She probably wasn't too excited about that. Were you?
No.
No, of course not, because who wants to be pulled out? But we talked about touching a little bit better, and she'll get back in there on Sunday. But, you know, Lou's having a really difficult time making choices because there's so many great options here, and we didn't even warm up Faith, which we will be doing on Sunday. So, you know, there's still even more room for growth on that event. I think floor is really coming along more than any other. You know, Mackenzie had that blip at the end of the lineup, but from 1 to 5, that's probably our best performance from beginning to end. So really excited about that. Like this is a fantastic score. Really happy about the crowd. You know, over 8,000. Obviously, you all know we want to get in that 10,000 range for this LSU meet coming up. Really happy how everybody showed up and showed out, but we really want to hit that record. To hit the record against LSU would be huge, not just for our athletes who this is going to be one of the most anticipated meets of the year, number 1 versus number 2, you know, who knows at that point, but somewhere in that area. And if we can continue to improve the way we have, we are really making a case for ourselves. So very excited about this meet. I thought it was fantastic, and we have a meet on Sunday again, so our number 1 job right now is to recover and bounce back. Yeah, and Addison's not here, but it's okay. These 2 are going to handle it. They got it.
She might be right outside.
You snooze, you lose, Lindsay.
Great, we'll go ahead and open the questions.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about the banner being held, the 7th banner being up, and the hype video right before. How is that for you as a coach and for you guys as the gymnasts to see that video hyping you up and getting ready for such a big meet like this one?
For me, I was able to proof the video before we watched it. And goosebumps is you know what I was feeling. Definitely some tears when I watched it the first time, but I watched it so many times that by the time I watched it up there, I was good. But you know, this is a really great moment. You know, that moment happened for us in April. We celebrated a lot this summer and definitely took in that 7th championship. Tonight was for the fans. You know, they weren't all there on that night, and it was a magical night, and we just wanted them to be a part of that banner reveal. And I know our team was really excited to be all together again. Hi, Addison.
Hi. Sophomore Addison fan.
How do you all feel about the banner reveal?
I think it was a great accomplishment. I mean, we did so amazing last year, and it just gives us a lot of motivation for this year watching that video. And like KJ said, it was really for our fans just to see all the amazing things we did last year and to remind them of that and to get excited for this year.
Yeah, I think it just got us really excited for what's to come and, you know, what we can look forward to, but also what we can work for, and just know that's down the end of the line. We still have a lot of ways to go, but it's still awesome to celebrate it.
Yeah, it was an incredible moment, and it was really special having the seniors back, too. It was really fun getting to see all of them walk down. So it was a special moment, and we're excited to work hard for it again.
You mentioned that it's always a really hard decision picking who's going to be in that final lineup each week. What goes into that decision?
Yeah, so in the gym, we obviously take their work into consideration. So their work during the week, we vault 1 or 2 times a week, not very many times, because we're also trying to preserve their bodies. So we do look at their practice, but then on the day of the meet, who's clicking? That's very important, and you have to go with your intuition. I do think, I could have made a better decision in this case. Lily's first, and I switched it out for Hannah. And Hannah had just done her vault in the last spot, and I think she was not quite recovered to do her vault in the meet. In hindsight, I wish I had done the order a little bit differently, but I mean, that's why we're doing all this. We're learning from the decisions we make and choices as coaches, and then of course the position we put them in to be successful. Like, that's my job. I'm supposed to put them in a position to be successful. I could have done better there, but it's just hard to decide, and so like, as an athlete, it's competitive, and they have to be on, and they know it. That may affect you. It may make you get a little tense, or it may really open you up. But it's good for our team. Even though it's a difficult thing to do, it's good for our team to be competitive in that way. And they are truly happy. Lily's not happy she got pulled out, but she's truly happy for the team and for how they did. And I know that about her. And when she's in and someone else is out, they will feel the same. We have taught them that we are a team, we are a group. And in those decisions that we have to make, like, they're difficult, and we're doing it for the team, not against them. Yeah.
Lily, I wanted to ask you about the start of your floor routine, that having to restart. Did that affect your mentality at all going into your actual do-over?
No, not really. I mean, I'm really focused going into my floor routine, and a little setback like that doesn't really bother me. So I was just excited to go out and do my floor routine and know that I can do my best gymnastics. So it was just a little setback, but nothing I can't handle.
That's happened a couple times, and I just think it's important to yank them off the floor, because if they stay on the floor while they figure it out, it can just be, they don't get the time to prepare. So if that ever happens, I kind of pull them off so they can restart. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you a joke?
Yeah. Yeah.
I also wanted to ask both Coach and Addison, getting gymnasts off the meet, what worked for you tonight, and how were you able to be so consistent throughout all the rotations?
Yeah, I was just trying to be myself. I've been working really hard in the gym. I'm really hard on myself. So just to be able to go out there and do what I do in the gym and stay in my own little bubble, stay within the team, was really helpful tonight.
Coach, what did you see from her tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Addison and I have lots of talks throughout the day. I'll tell you what I think she's doing phenomenally, anchoring the vault squad and starting the beam squad. Like, she has shown great consistency on those 2 events and handled those positions. They're very different positions to anchor the vault squad, after everyone has gone, and to try to bring in a bigger score than someone else so the score can go up. I mean, it puts pressure on you, but she went for the stick. She did what Lou has been trying to get her to do, which is watch the floor during her landing. And then picked up a stick, which was very good, and a stick, not a hop stick, right? Mm-hmm. It was in the ground. Beam has been remarkable, and like, she just handles that position so well. She's so confident. I'm really proud of how she's kind of taken that position on for herself. She is getting better on floor, and the consistency of her bars. She's been sticking dismounts like no other. How many have you stuck? Everyone? That's mine. That's 5 in a row, every meet. So that's pretty spectacular, because that was somewhere she was trying to improve from last year. Now we can just touch better. We're going to be so set.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Floor has been a work in progress. That first pass, you could see her face light up when she landed, because she knew it was a good one. And she's been trying to hit that one. So, well done.
Thank you.
She is very hard on herself.
KJ, Mackenzie did have that hiccup on the floor, but she continued that routine with a huge smile on her face, like nothing had happened. Can you talk about what that says about a freshman being able to not let something like that affect
Yeah, I mean, you have to move on because here's what we teach them. If you make an error in a routine, your next job is to suck every 10th out of the rest of that routine. So if you can get a 9.4, 9.5, 9.7, whatever it is, you want to suck every 10th out of the rest of that routine. So you have to have amnesia. You've got to put it behind you and move forward, and she did a great job. I am sure she was not excited about that moment, but I think she finished it like a pro, and that's what we can expect when she gets in those tight spots. And it was a very mature thing to do after she had that error. She also, holds herself to a very high expectation, and I know definitely wanted to do that a little better.
Elle, this was probably your best floor routine of the season. Tumbling was really spot on tonight. Can you just talk about the confidence you've gotten each week going throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, Tom always just talks about, earning, doing what you do in the gym every single day and just trusting your training, doing what you know makes the pass well. And I think it just finally clicked this week. I don't really know what it was. I just trusted in my training, had a gut instinct, and I knew as soon as I saluted it was going to be the routine that I wanted to do.
Any other questions? All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.